Hello, everyone, and welcome to Astro Monday. I am Sensei Christopher Wateki here at your spiritual service, and I am here sitting in for both Gary and myself. Gary is traveling today, so I'll be hosting this one and anchoring this one myself. We'll be talking about what's happening this week astrologically and setting yourself up for your highest and greatest good. And because Gary is MIA, well, not really missing, he's traveling, in fairness. He's off traveling and taking care of some serious human garage business. I will be bringing some people up onto the screen. So please give us your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign. If you know your step number, which is the degree, you get bonus points for that, and you are more likely to be chosen to be brought up here. We'd love to see you and talk about what's going on in your life and in your neck of the woods. Hello, everyone. Just want to say hi. Big Zaddy Richard, hello. All these names, I can't even see this. Something Santos, hello. Sarah Voss, hello. Pisces, hello, Pisces. Happy birthday to you, Pisces. I don't know, Offlow Pads, hello. 14 and fit, all right. We got a teen on our hands here, 14 and fit. Brent's 420ing, hello. Happy camper, always good to see you. Kim Myers, hello. Kelsey Grace, hello. Julie I don't know. Sylvia to Design, hello. Another Pisces, another birthday. Happy birthday, Pisces. Hello, Happy Camper. Hello, Kitty. Hello, Crazy Christy. Washington, huh? Yeah, tell us where y'all are coming from. I'd love to see you. Hello, KRSD. Hello. Hello. I feel like what's her name? I can't remember her name. Hello, it's me. I can't remember her name. All of a sudden, I'm going blank. So it's nice to see everybody. Aristotle and Kat says hi, Christopher. Hello, Kat. So nice. Hi, Aristotle. My good friends here in Denver. Good to see everyone. Things are pretty rocking right now. We are going through a process. I'm going to bring some people, Gulf Shores, Alabama. Okay, we bring some people up on camera here in a few minutes, but let's talk about what's going on astrologically this week. You know, we're really in a bit of a phenomenal moment, you know, for humankind in the sense that we are in a place in our lives where we are shedding off the story we were born to, which is our karma with ourself. That shedding of the karma with yourself has happened over the last 13 days. Today's step 14 of Pisces. So we've been facing certain karma. Everyone was born with karma with yourself. If you want to know what karma is a memory of a regret or the memory of a success. So we have past life memories. We pack in some past life memories from what I understand. Now this is, when I say this, I'm a person who's always studying all kinds of channels and all sorts of other spiritual resources. I have many colleagues. I have people who channel, you know, angels. I have friends who channel aliens. I am that guy, okay? And I'm always interviewing all these different entities about, you know, what the human condition is. And one of the things I've come to learn is that when we reincarnate, we're between lifetimes and we're in heaven, we have this ability to review our whole life. So you see everything. You watch every scene and you're also able to experience the emotions again in heaven and relive it. So it's like a virtual reality review. And you realize things that you messed up on that you end up feeling bad about or you end up regretting. And that's really what karma is. The karma is like, damn it, why did I shouldn't have, God, I can't believe I didn't do that. And so you hold on to that sort of issue. And when you reincarnate, your memory is erased except for those issues. So that's what I understand. Your memory is erased except for those issues. You come down, and then your childhood will set those issues back up. So you'll make the same mistake as children usually, or from 0 to age 30. That's when the karma replenishing happens. And then you spend from basically 30 to 60, usually, working out those issues and getting a second chance at not letting yourself down. That's karma. Now, we have an unusual thing happening right now, which is Saturn in Pisces for the first time since 1994, Neptune in Pisces for the first time since 1860, when it was at this degree. And so it doesn't matter what age you are, the entire planet is being purged of their karma. They're being purged of it. This is all your regrets, all the things that you are mad about, you know, all the mistakes you made, and also good karma as well. Good karma is remembering a talent, remembering what you're capable of, and wanting to express that again, do it again, get another chance at back, get another chance to express that talent that you have. So with Saturn and Neptune and Pisces, it doesn't matter what age you are, even if you're under 30, we're being called to purge those things. And that's because the Earth itself is on the cusp of a major timeline shift, where the Earth is now ready to move into an entire new paradigm. Some people call this paradigm the Age of Aquarius. I think in our lifetime, it's the dawn of the Age of Aquarius, basically. I actually was witnessing an alien channel, a Palladian channel over the weekend. I had a session, a group session where I got to see that. And this is where a woman goes behind her eyes and she just starts talking from the Palladians. And it's one of those things you have to just see to believe. You don't take my word for it. Like, look for yourself. You see the whole energy of the person change. You can see a whole entity take over their body. But she was saying that the Palladian culture was saying that as of this year is going to be a hard year. The world is going to go through frequency wars from the end of this year, from September of this year till the end of 2026. So we're about to go through 2 years of frequency wars. Now, frequency wars means that there are two factions on Earth that are both wanting it their way, okay? And I think we already know those two factions. I don't even have to define those for you. Well, you're probably wondering, what does that have to do with me, Sensei Christopher? Well, what's happening is we are purging our own drama this month in March prior to these frequency escalations, so that we all can address the Earth from a clean perspective. Or if people refuse, you can double down, you can resist, you can insist to never do it. And if that's the case, then you're just going to hurt more and more, because the frequencies are going higher on the planet. So if you are heavier, you're going to get heavier and heavier and heavier and heavier, is what's going to end up happening. If you don't let some of this emotional baggage go and you forgive and you forget. So putting it very simply, whether you believe in all this or not, I'm just here to kind of give this whole interesting, I'm just here to put it out there. It either resonates or doesn't resonate. I don't force my opinions or my beliefs down anyone's throat. But I do believe what it comes down to, as far as clearing the karma, is forgiveness. Forgiving yourself. Now, a lot of people blame others. And what you don't realize is, yeah, maybe someone hurt you, maybe someone, wronged you, maybe someone crossed you, but you attracted that because you were already upset on the inside, you were already fuming, you were already having problems, and that's why you attracted that bad treatment. That's why it hurts so badly, is because it hit right where it hurts. It's not an accident. You drew in somebody that hit right where it hurts. And so the magic here is that we forgive. We go, all right, I'm going to forgive them. I'm going to forgive myself for being stupid and not understanding. It's okay. Those are the magic words. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I'm going to let this roll off my back. I'm not going to let this happen. Now, Gary's work with Human Garage is, that the body absorbs all this karma, frustration, anger, hurt, trauma. The body absorbs it. The fascia absorbs it. And so the fascial maneuvers are literally purging out of the body these issues that have built up and caused dis-ease in the body. Pain, dis-ease, being uncomfortable, all these types of things. So really it's twofold as far as the forgiveness. Now the Earth is in Virgo when the Sun is in Pisces. Virgo is the body. Pisces is the soul. From Pisces to Virgo, it is the soul's embodiment. So this time of the year and next time of the year, Virgo and Virgo are the 2 times of the year where we can purge our soul and our body from heavy stuff. You can do them both this month. So this is an excellent month to participate in Gary's 28-day reset. This is an excellent month to do anything Human Garage, along with the spiritual forgiveness and letting things go. All right. And we've already gotten to the point where we were called to release this in the last week. So I've had a lot of people talking about in the last week how difficult it was for them, how sluggish they felt, how heavy their body felt. People were talking about not wanting to wake up. They just wanted to sleep and escape life, all these types of things. Oh, by the way, while I'm thinking of it, I want to say happy step birthday to Cynthia today. Cynthia, this is her step birthday. I don't know if this is her actual birthday, but shout out to Cynthia. Everyone in Human Garage, say happy step birthday to Cynthia. She's a step 14 Pisces. Okay, that said, so in essence, Last week we did the heavy purge for the karma you have with yourself, okay? Being upset with yourself. Now, what does this look like? This looks like, oh, good. Thank you, Jason. What this looks like is basically you feeling bad about things. So it's like you're always hard on yourself. You're always abandoning yourself. You always push yourself too hard. You use criticism to manage yourself. You say I'm dumb. You put yourself down. Like all these sort of habits that happen privately inside you. That's the karma with yourself. So that's what needs to end. That's what the universe is saying, drop that baggage, let go, don't allow it to happen anymore. It's not serving you anymore, right? As we move on to this week, and that's what I'm getting to, as we move on to this week, now that we have kind of addressed our issues with ourselves, and my issue, I talked about this last week with Gary, my issue is that I don't love myself first. I always love the world first, don't love myself first. It's a twisted way of loving myself. I didn't want I already felt bad, and so I wanted the world to be happy, and that was to make me happy. So I was trying to make myself happy through making the world happy first. That's what I realized my karma was, and I just need to make myself happy first. And I think I was afraid of becoming a narcissist, and I had a narcissist for a father. Don't many of us. And so I didn't want to be that guy. And what I realized last week was like, oh, I'm not going to be that guy. Nothing in me is that guy. I'm just going to love myself first. I'm not going to be selfish. I'm not going to hoard all the love. So hopefully you came to that epiphany. You had a certain epiphany that you came to maybe over the weekend. A lot of emotion came out over the weekend, I noticed. A lot of people came to some realizations. And I think we started to do a timeline shift with ourselves. This week now, we're going to opt into a new spiritual timeline we have with life. So what happens is, let's say you always are hard on yourself, and maybe your dad was hard on you. So your dad was really hard on you, and then you're hard on yourself. Well, first of all, your dad was hard on you because you were hard on yourself in the past life, and that was your karma with yourself, being hard on yourself. So if you're hard on yourself at like age 60 to 90, you're going to reincarnate with a father or a mother that's hard on you, because the universe is going to set up that whole plot once more. So let's say you're hard on yourself. Then you go and you get a job, and your freaking boss is hard on you. And everyone is busting your balls, pardon the expression, and everyone is being mean to you. That is a karma that you have manifested in your daily life that's a reflection of your relationship to yourself. And so if we have this poison, toxic relationship to ourselves, that's the root of our soul garden, all right? It will grow into a life that has toxic relationships, toxic situations, places that we're not being appreciated. And so we have this whole, I call them weeds in our soul garden, these weeds that are choking the life out of our flowers and preventing us from bearing fruit. So what we're doing this week is we're identifying the weeds. We're identifying where has my karma with myself grown into situations in life? Where is it grown into situations in life? And a lot of times, this is twofold and a little complex. Sometimes you have law of attracted someone who is treating you the way you treat yourself on the inside, and that's why it gets so angry and mad, because how dare you treat me the way I treat me? Only I can beat myself up. How dare you? So we have those situations like that where we're offended that someone is doing to us what we do to us. You know what I mean? But then sometimes we actually have people who are innocent, and a lot of times what happens is you have a nice person in your life, and because they're nice and they're approachable and they're kind, you then project your issue onto that person, and you accuse them of being basically that person in your life, and that's you projecting your stuff onto the other person. And usually it's onto the innocent lamb. That's the irony. So the bad guys get good treatment and the good guys get bad treatment, and that's what we call, trauma. I have to think about it. What do we call that? We call it trauma. That's what trauma is. So this week we are opting into a new spiritual timeline where the universe is going to offer you, and this starts today. Today's the first day. We're on step 14 today. Our mind rules a day. It's a day of identifying. It's a day of understanding. So today our mind's going to identify and understand. And the idea here is that You're going to start to identify, I belong with this flower, I don't belong with this weed. And I don't belong calling this flower a weed. So that's the three. There are weeds in your life that are choking your life out of you because it was a reflection of how you treated yourself. There are flowers in your life that you may allow to bloom, or maybe you aren't allowing to bloom, or you might be wrongly calling those flowers weeds when in fact they just kind of resemble or have some similar smell or aroma to the type of personality before. And we have to make these distinctions. How do you make these distinctions? With your heart. Your heart. So your mind doesn't know better. I call the mind the smartass. The mind has been programmed with the media, with peers, with politics, with all sorts of stuff. Our minds are a mess right now. We can't really trust our minds right now. Not as far as knowing or having the answer. If you want to live a high vibration life, your heart is the only part of you that has the right answer. If your heart says, kick their ass, which it won't, okay, then you do it. But your heart's not going to tell you to do that. Your heart's not going to tell you to be mean. Your heart's not going to tell you to be cruel to the person. Your heart's going to say, you hurt me, or this was hard. But your heart won't be cruel. So if you choose from the heart, you just can't go wrong. Not for yourself. You can't go wrong for others. It is like the easiest, simple formula to living a high, happy vibration life. So today is a step 14 day, which is the mind. Today, the mind is trying to separate. The mind is distinguishing between the old life and the new life. And by the way, when I say life, we're talking about spiritual life. Spiritual life is the essence of life. It's not the actual detail. So you're not going to say, I'm done with this job. That's the detail. That this job is Taurus, or this job is Capricorn, or this job is Virgo. But this job is not your soul. This job is a reflection of your soul. So we're not getting rid of this job. We're getting rid of situations that take advantage of me. We're getting rid of relationships that don't appreciate me. We're getting rid of a life where I'm always down on my luck, or I'm always in a lot of pain in my body. That is the essence of what we are removing. And so this week is about identifying the essence that you are going to leave behind. That essence is spirit. That essence is your spiritual timeline. And we're identifying the timeline and the spiritual essence that we want to navigate to and that we want to be a part of. And so we're making that separation. And I just want you to know there will be moments of temporary insanity. Because if you have a very heated issue, this is already happening on my network, Serious Joy. A lot of our subscribers, very heated over certain things. Because this stuff is coming up, we're real quick to project or blame on others. Like, you did this to me, this is the problem, blah, 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 blah. In fact, actually, today the Supreme Court, you may know, ruled 9-0 that Colorado cannot, basically keep someone off the ballot. Okay. Now, I'm not even going into the politics of this. I know it's going to stir the pot of a lot of people's karma. A lot of people, have, had past lives where they had things ruled against them, where they had government not be there for them, where they had government turn against them, where they had tyranny, and they had all these things in past lives. So people are going to get extremely upset at this particular decision, not because it's the right or wrong decision, but because we are projecting our karmic history onto our present. And we do that so that we can see what's happening. In fact, I'd say a lot of the anger you see in politics and people fighting on Twitter and fighting, this is past lives. This is you mad about King George. This is you mad about the plague. This is you mad about the Mongolians and King Genghis Khan. This is the first time in human history that we have enough bandwidth of consciousness to have full access to these past life memories. We've had density consciousness for the last 2,000 years or so, from what I understand. It kind of goes up and down, but it's been mostly down. And so we've just been upset, but couldn't dig into that consciousness, couldn't see why. So everything that's happening is really a bit of a circus to show you what your soul is ticked off about, what your soul is traumatized about, what your soul is upset about. So if you want to fly above all of the drama, just sort of realize that people aren't really upset for the reasons they think they're upset. They're upset for deeper personal reasons, and they're projecting it onto other people. And remember that if people come and vomit on you and vomit stuff on you, realize that they're not seeing you. They're seeing their narcissist father or their mother, or they're seeing some bad villain in their life. They're not really seeing you right now. Everyone is a little temporarily crazy at the moment, and that's just going to be the way it is. So today is a Mercury ruled day. Today, I think you're going to realize what the right path is. Just like kind of an X mark in the spot. Like, this is the direction I want to go, this way. And once you know this way, then you're going to start to immediately feel better. When you choose the right path, you're going to feel more. You're going to feel more valuable. You're going to feel more potent. You're going to feel like you can do more. You'll just feel yourself suddenly perk up. If you feel heavy and you feel down, you're on the wrong path. You're consciously playing the old record. You're on the old timeline. You're not on the new timeline. All right? So we have to feel our way through this. Our mind has been programmed in this lifetime with commercials and media and radio and TV and internet. And we are so programmed. And the mind is easily programmable. Okay? Just ask the military. Boot camp is a mind brainwash. You basically make people march and sing out, I'm going to boom, 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 no, 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 no. That's brainwashing, okay? We brainwash everywhere. So our mind needs to be rewashed. And so you can't really trust your mind. You got to kind of close your eyes. You got to feel your way through it. You got to feel your heart and realize that your mind needs to become an observer and watch what your heart and feelings lead you to right now. And just like think of a blindfold like Luke Skywalker when he was learning to use the Force and the lightsaber in the first movie. He had to feel the Force, said Obi-Wan. Actually, it wasn't Yoda in that one. So playing out the week, today you realize, that's the direction right there. And what happens through the week is we coordinate our manifest potential. As you start to see the light and come out of your own karmic story, you start to feel more and more potent, more and more capable of being able to manifest your destiny. You start to feel much brighter and more lively, and you'll see. Don't take my word for it. Give it a try. The more you forgive, the more you let it go. The magic words are, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay that happened to me. It's okay I lost my money in that investment. It's okay that this happened. It's okay is forgiveness. That's the best way to forgive, is just say it's okay. I'm not going to let it get to me. I'm going to let it roll off my shoulders. You'll find that as you let that old storyline go, you start to feel more and more valuable. You start to feel more and more like you have capability. Today we come up with the bright ideas. Tomorrow on Tuesday with the moon in Virgo, we sort of weigh our options tomorrow. So tomorrow you sort of weigh your options. Like, well, should I do this or should I do that? Like, I know this is the wrong path. Is this really the right path? And by the way, the right path will probably feel a little scary. Probably bring up some anxiety. It will maybe bring up some fear. So I've been telling my subscribers at Serious Joy, if you're feeling a lot of fear, that means you're right over the target. Okay, so if you're feeling a lot of fear, you are flying over the target is what's happening. And that's a good sign. We have to clear fear because fear turns into disease. Fear turns into problems in the body. Fear turns into mismanifestations and mess-ups. So it's not cool to have fear. The way I address fear, by the way, is I just have a plan for it. Well, if that happens, I'm just going to move to, my joke used to be, I'd be afraid that I was going to lose everything. And my joke's like, if that happens, I'm just going to move to Mexico and be an alcoholic and sleep on the beach for the rest of my life as an alcoholic. Of course, that's absurd, but it made me go, okay, that's my plan. Like, if I totally fail, that's going to be my plan. I'm just going to be an alcoholic and just write the whole lifetime off. F it, kind of thing. And I like to use a little humor when I'm pampering myself, by the way, and entertain these absurd ideas as practical solutions, because I think it just allows you to see the absurdity of how you get stuck in the moment. So tomorrow you weigh your options. Wednesday is a Grandmaster Day of Spirituality, step 16, so it nets to a 7. So Wednesday we realize our spiritual lesson. We realize our spiritual lesson on Wednesday. We go, okay, this is what this has all been about. I was attracting idiots because I need to realize I was smart. It wasn't because I was dumb. It's because I'm actually smart I'm attracting idiots. Or people have been treating me like an idiot because I kept calling myself an idiot. That's the issue. So you're going to have the light bulb go off probably on Wednesday, always hump day if you know me. Mars sextiles Chiron on Wednesday, so as soon as you get the full light bulb, you know exactly what you need to do. and you know exactly where you need to commit as well. And so, and you might have a little worry and fear about commitment too, by the way, because we've chosen wrong in the past. So every time you have had made a bad mistake or whatever, that might come up and remind you of the times you've had a bad mistake. And the point is I'm not doing it this time. And how do you know you're not doing it this time? Because your heart tells you you're not. If you're choosing with your heart, you're not making a mistake. Even if you go down the wrong path and you turn out to you want to back up and go another path, if your heart led you there, you needed to know that was the wrong path. You wouldn't have been able to be really correct. Sometimes we don't know we're on the right path until we first were on the wrong path. We have to have that wrong to be clear on the right. So sometimes it's important to go down the wrong path and try the wrong thing. It's the only thing that affirms that you're finally on the right path. When you're on the right path, you go, yeah, I know I'm on the right path. I've already gone on the wrong path. I know what that feels like. So come Wednesday is a big spiritual moment where you realize, okay, this is going to be the right path. You're going to grow spiritually on Wednesday in a big way. There'll be a spiritual growth moment. On Thursday, it's the commitment day, step 17. So on Thursday, we commit and move forward. We take ourselves, we commit for ourselves and move forward on Thursday. So Thursday is the commitment. Thursday is the ability to strongly know and commit. So if you are on the fence about signing a contract or wondering whether or not you should say yes or shake hands or make the deal, it looks like by Thursday you will have all the information you know to make the deal. All right? And then Friday, you want to act on that deal. So Friday, you want to put that deal into motion. And Mercury conjoins Neptune on Friday. So Friday is the day where you realize you're onto a new destiny. So in just 1 week, you erase 30, 40, 50, 60. How old are you? You erase that many years of karma in 1 week. Now, it took your entire life to get to this point. I will say that, okay? But you will erase it in this week if you forgive and forget, like let it go, let it roll off your skin. Now, here's the thing. Vengeance, revenge, showing them, proving, these are all episodes of the ego. If your ego wants to prove you're right, or prove that they're wrong, or have the last word, you are re-upping for the old story. The little loophole in God's law is if your ego wants to win, you stay back in school. You don't go to the next grade. You have to be willing to let your ego officially lose. That means they may go, ha ha, look at you giving up, ha ha, I knew you were nothing, I knew you were weak, I knew I was right all along, and you're wrong. Your ego has to be like, I actually know how this system works. I'll see you in heaven. That's how it has to work. I'll see you in heaven. That's what I will deal with it. Look at that. God just gave me a thumbs up there. I don't think I did a thumbs up, but I'll do it now. That's cool. I don't think I did it. It was a quick one. But I will see you in heaven. So they will sow their own situation. So I think a lot of how we are manipulated is we are talked into the fight. We're talked into the fight. And there are entities and spiritual bacteria that just love the aroma of that fight and that conflict, and they feed off of it. And so whenever you get engaged in that conflict with fighting with other people, you are feeding dark entities. You are giving them a smorgasbord, and they are pigging out. Okay, so if you just have to say, you have to tell them like it is. Okay, next year we'll give another try when the sun's in Pisces. We'll see next year if you're ready next year. You have your whole life, frankly, if you want to stay at a certain level. So, definitely recognize that when the ego gets burned, there is a feeling of burn, by the way. So when you are burned, who burned you? Yeah, when you take the hit and you don't strike back, or you don't have the last word, there will be a burning in your sensation, a burning feeling. And that burning feeling is the ego burning off. Okay, it is the anger and the ego burning off. It is some sort of a spiritual chemical thing. I got to ask Gary about that next time him and I are on camera. Like, what is that burning feeling? I bet he knows what it is. It's something biological, but and that's what people say, they're burning with anger. That's the ego getting burned. Okay, it is burning off, and for whatever reason, it has to burn off, which is part of the whole mythology of the phoenix. You know, the phoenix rising from the ashes. That's the ego burning. The phoenix crashing and being reborn. That's the ego being reborn. Egos get burned off. Yes, fire of transmutation. Very good. Who was that? That was a good one. Christy Stoll. Good one. Yeah, I like it. So, so this is the week. And by next Saturday, well, I'll be back here on Thursday with our astromechanics. So we'll do another show on Thursday where I'll give you some of the stuff going through the weekend. All you need to worry about is to really be very focused on who you are and what you want, what essence in life you want, and to listen to your heart and let your heart make the choices this week. If you simply let your heart make the choices instead of your mind or your ego, you're home free. You're on to the wonderland. You're on to 5D. You're on to the higher dimensions, and you will be a leader in this new reality. So just to give you all just a quick little big picture, then I'll take someone up here on screen and we'll spend the rest of the 30 minutes talking to people and discussing their astrodynamics. To give you a layout of the year, we're changing spiritual karma timelines right now. So we're changing the essence right now. In Aries next month, we birth the new ego. So everyone's ego is going to burn and come up, and we're gonna craft a new ego. So the new ego and the new me-go is the part of you that's going to serve this new spiritual path. Your ego is still ready to fight the old karma. So the ego has to be put down and reborn. That happens in Aries. In May, we manifest our new mission. And you want to be ready to manifest your mission in May, okay? We'll be talking about that. But the planets, Jupiter, Uranus, my staff and I just went over all of May. Gary and I will both be in Austin in May, the week of May 14th to May 19th. We'll be in Austin, Texas, by the way. We'd love to see you. I'll have tickets and stuff available for my part of it. I'm not sure where Gary's is right now. Just check the Hema Garage site. But, you know, that whole week is about launching the mission and about co-creation. Then we go through what I call a summer of love. This summer will be a summer of love. I don't know if you all have seen my Friday night show. I do a show on Friday nights on YouTube at Serious Joy TV. Serious Joy TV is my channel. It's called Namaste Today. And I also have a thing called Astro Mingle, which is a thing after that show. So I do a 3-hour show, basically, marathon on Wednesdays. My point is, I did an Astro Mingle with Scott Cruz where we both talked about the summer of love. This summer is a honeymoon summer. People are going to find love. People are going to fall in love. People are going to prepare for love. Basically, the way it's working is we have the biggest issue we've ever faced as a species coming up starting this fall. And so it's sort of like we're going to hook up and find our partners, what I can see, pretty much before the earth gets into it. So, you know, there might be a lot of shift happening, but we're not going to be alone. We're going to find each other. We're going to find our groups, our tribes. We're going to find our partners. A lot of light workers have waited till this moment to find their partner. So Scott Cruz and I on that show, we all go through all 12 signs and where the love is in their life and how to manifest the love. And if you're in a relationship right now and you are committed to someone, you're going to fall deeper in love because your karma has been holding you from being closer. Believe it or not, we can get so close, more close than we realize as humans, as far as how close things can get. All right? So it's going to go higher. Then comes September. So I'm calling it a summer of love and an autumn of agony. My staff was like, ooh, do we have to use the word agony? I was like, well, I'm kind of joking, but I do think it's going to be obnoxious. I do think it's going to be agitation. It's going to be an autumn of agitation. I think we're going to be agitated basically from autumn of August all the way through the end of 2026. It's going to be about 2 years of agitation. Sorry, but that's the case. That's why you got to get in spiritual shape now. Now, does that mean that you and I are going to be agitated? No. We're doing our homework. We're going to be fine. I'm talking about the population that doesn't pay attention is going to go through a lot of agitation. And so it's like when you go to 7-Eleven, he's agitated, the cashier. When you go here, they're agitated. When you go online, they're agitated. Everyone's agitated. I feel great. I've never been better. I dropped my karma in March of 2024. And so, you know, we'll create a little party somewhere while everyone else is bitching. But it's going to be that. So it's time to do the whole homework, and it's time to get it done now. All right, that is my 2 cents, my friends. I'm gonna grab my little beverage here, and we'll just go ahead and bring someone up here. I think Happy Camper is just dying to. Come on up, Happy Camper. Let's talk. I'm trying to say hi to bring her on, but it's not allowing me. We'll try it again. Oh, here we go. Hi, how are you? Are
Hello,
you a
I'm
happy camper?
fantastic. I'm in Savannah, Georgia.
Oh,
No, I was in Savannah, Georgia. I'm in Daphne, Alabama,
okay. Hi.
Gulf Shores.
Yay,
So,
Alabama. How
yes,
you doing?
but doing amazing. Yesterday I had back spasms. I never get sick anymore, but
Mm.
I'll occasionally get pain, and it's funny because I'll go, okay, back, what are you trying to tell me? Instead of, everyone around me wants to go, well, you should take this medicine and you should go to the doctor or go to a chiropractor. And I'm like, nope, I'm going to ask my body what it's trying to tell me. So,
And what do you think? What part of your back was it?
mid back, and it
Mid
was
back.
spasms, like it was contracting. I was having contractions. So it was
Okay,
weird.
gotcha. Well, I do think that we're purging our karma right now. So, I mean, the classic, I don't know what Gary would say, but the classic light worker response is, are you carrying a heavy load? Are we just frozen there right at that moment? I don't be all, but I see her frozen. We'll see. Maybe it's me that's frozen. Oh, I think I'm frozen. We've been having some internet problems here. Hello, hello. I might have to go to my own phone internet here. We'll see. Hello. Oh, you see me? Okay, great. Oh, she's gone and I'm frozen. Thank you guys. I couldn't figure it out. I went through a timeline shift there. Okay, thanks everyone. Well, the little chat thing stopped also. Okay, cool. Well, Happy Camper, I brought up carrying a heavy load and I lost her. So okay, let's try to bring up another person here. Let's see. We'll try Sydney this time. We lost Sydney last time. We'll see if we can bring Sydney up this time. Hi, thank you guys. Wizard. All right, we have this frozen happy camper and we have Sydney. Hi,
Hi, can you see me?
I can see you. Yes.
Hello,
We're kind of split here. I wonder if I can
Sensei. How
can I
are you?
dump someone? I don't know if I can. I guess not. Hi. How's it going?
It's good. It's great to see you.
Thank you. It's good to see you.
Yeah. How's your day so far?
It's not bad. I'm swimming through the karmic waters,
Ugh,
actually. Yeah, a lot of people are cranky. A
it's
lot of
been
people are cranky.
it's been a wild ride. It was a wild weekend. Very insightful. Very insightful. Loving the 40-day program. Congratulations to you guys for getting that launched. Just a lot of like deep processing right now and a lot about self-worth, so that's that's the big wound for me. Self-worth. Yeah,
Self-worth. Got
yeah,
you.
kind of all of the things that have transpired throughout my life, looking back into childhood, all of the things that I know, but like seeing it all in one place, like so impactful. And then remembering like little things along the way. I do feel like I'm on the right timeline and I know I'm heading in the right place. But when you said like all the fear coming up and everything, like, whoa, so much, so
Yeah,
much.
is there give us your sun and step number for everyone watching and
Oh, 22 Leo sun, 19
22 Leo.
22 Leo, 19 Aries moon, and 7 Aqua rising.
Okay, so that yeah, you're up for a heck of an emotional boost with that solar eclipse on your moon happening in April 8th. Yeah,
So,
you better ground yourself there.
well, I'm heading to the beach before that trip. So, looking forward to that. And I'll have Kristen do like a special sound bath for me so I can listen to it like the whole time I'm at the beach. But if you have any other recommendations, I sure would take them because I almost wonder if I'm, and you could tell me this, like if I'm starting to feel that energy now because my energy is like getting so high. And like all through Aquarius season, I was like bouncing off the walls because I think I'm like, oh my God, it's me. I'm here. And where was this person? And I lost her, but wait, I found her. Um,
Talking
and
about
so,
you. The part of you
um,
that you love. Yes.
yeah. And so I was like bouncing off the walls, but then Pisces season has started and it's just been so introspective. You know, it's been wonderful. And I've made some really deep correlations and connections, but it does feel a little uncomfortable. Feels a little uncomfortable. Yeah. And so that
Yes.
eclipse, if it feels uncomfortable now, I'm like, what's that eclipse gonna feel like?
That eclipse is actually a booster. It's not so. You're probably doing the work right now, and what Sydney's talking about is we're having this program on Serious Joy called the 40 Days of Past Life and Karma. We have started, but you can jump in at any time. Go to humangarage.net and look at the partners, and then look at the products, and you'll see Serious Joy in there. What we're doing is we're doing a full comb and examination of our past life, our childhood, as a reflection of our past life. And this week we're starting to look at specific parts in our chart. And someone actually asked also how to run your chart. Go to astro.com. You can run it there. If you join Serious Joy, we have videos on how to run your chart also, just to put it out there. But
Fantastic.
um, but I would imagine that you're clearing it now. That will be a rebirth, actually, that eclipse. But it's going to be intense. You're going to be like Wonder Woman on speed. You probably should have an outlet.
I'm like, I need to say on speed dial. I'm like, if I gotta get somebody like that I can just call and be like, what the shift is happening right now, you know? Because I'm worried I'm gonna have like a freak out, you know, like getting like, because my oscillating Lilith is at 5 Taurus, and so it's just like that overthinking, and that's where I get stuck, and I've got to check myself. And so that's what I'm trying to work through now, is like reading the signals. My Black Moon Lilith is at 2. This is probably a little TMI, but you know, I've got to feel my feelings and sort things out.
So
Yeah,
oscillating is 5 and Black Moon Lilith is 2. And what she's talking about to everyone out there is your Black Moon Lilith is a part in your chart. We show you how to find it in your astrology, but it is where your trauma is based. So your trauma is based on how you feel, your feelings about yourself. And what triggers you are your thoughts about yourself.
exactly. And Chiron at 1, so it's a
So the core wound is not loving yourself.
super soupy in the 3rd house, and like really mental. So
Yeah. Well, I'm proud of you. You're doing good.
well, thanks,
Yeah,
Sensei.
you
Um,
are.
yeah. Well, you know, there's some big stuff coming up too. Some really fun trips I'm super excited about. Can't wait to hear about Unite the Light. No pressure.
Yeah,
Um,
no, I mean, I'm moving as fast as I can
totally.
spiritually. It's one of those things where the angels, I literally have a call after this one, like to lock down stuff.
You, my guess is you're busier than a one arm paper hanger. That's what I like to say.
Yes, I'd use that.
Um, but yeah, I mean, other than like getting grounded, is there anything like what would you do if you had an eclipse heading for your moon?
Um,
What would
so what you want to do is you want to get to a space of emotional neutrality. So
okay.
it's say you want to be emotionally neutral. You want to work out what's going to happen with that eclipse on April 8th is that it's going to amplify and make a manifest whatever you're feeling for you, whatever you're feeling. Okay. What what your heart desires. So this is step 19 eclipse on Monday, April 8th. It's 19 is acting out what my heart desires, 9 to the 1, so that it manifests, step 10.
Okay.
So it's a dream, it's a dream maker, that
Oh my God.
eclipse.
I
But
have,
if go ahead.
I have chills. My heart is like literally about to explode. I really don't know
Yay.
what's wrong with me.
Well,
Crazy.
no, that's not a wrong thing. It's a good thing. Is that what we've always wanted?
Yes, absolutely. I feel the way that I have wanted to feel my entire life. My whole reality has changed. Like,
Yay.
it's beautiful. It's so beautiful. And I have so much to tell you. I could go on about all of this all day, but okay, well, thank you.
We'll share. We'll talk. I know you're going to be in Colorado too, so I'll see you then too.
I know, I'm so
We're going to the Gaia. We're going to the Gaia. What is it? I don't even know what they call it. What do they call it? Gaia something.
excited. And the immersions.
Immersion, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a Gaia TV is doing like a thing with all their peeps here in Boulder. So we're gonna both be there. So if anyone's there, reach over, say hi to me. I look forward to giving you a hug.
Aw.
So just get your feelings to a neutral place. We'll talk about it when we see each other. And then what gets boosted is all positive. It's not negative. But if someone was like holding on to a lot of resentment and anger, that eclipse is going to cause problems for people. I'm saying it to people who are watching.
Okay.
Oh, if you have a step 19 sun, you're going to be manifesting big time too. Someone just asked in the chat. So yeah, it's going to be a super dose of 19. This whole year is about 19. It's pretty crazy. But nice seeing you.
Yeah, it's great to see you too. Thank you so much. Love Human Garage. Love all of you guys. Super fan of Serious Joy. Hugs and kisses to all of y'all. Have a fabulous week ahead. Can't wait to see everybody in May. Mwah. Thanks for
Queen Sydney. Thanks, Queen Sydney.
ever.
Your
Leader
Majesty.
of love. That now.
No, it's Your Majesty. I'm doing you the Queen wave right now.
Leader of love. All right. See you later.
Ciao, dear.
Love
Bye-bye.
you.
Love you
Bye.
too. I'm going to try to bring Happy Camper back on one more time, just because she got rudely disconnected by the universe. And I'll let you try to get.
Oh,
Okay, there she is. There you are. Hi. I guess
Hi,
we'll have two
22.
on. Hi.
We have
Sorry, I don't know what happened. I mentioned, are you carrying a lot of weight and you froze?
I know, but I don't think I am.
Emotional,
But
I mean, of course.
Well,
all right. I'll let y'all
probably.
and have
Okay,
your
thanks, Sydney.
okay.
I don't know how to boot someone, so I'll just let you do it.
I'm gonna hang up. I don't know how, but proceed.
There's an X in the upper corner, I think, if you're a guest. Upper right corner X.
Okay, cool. All right. Bye guys. Love you.
Bye. Ciao, dear. So tell me what's going on, Miss Camper.
She's a fellow 22, so we connect.
No, you're a 22 Gemini and she's a 22. We're going to have to do a 22 support group next.
Yeah. Well, you'll never be able to find us because we're always running out the door.
You're always blinking in two places at once.
We leave
That's
dimensions
22.
when we don't like what's going on.
They're electrons. 22s are like electrons.
Yeah. So actually, I'm doing really good, which is one of my questions. Like, is there something bad coming? Because the more like I'm self-healing, I understand my Black Moon Lilith question. My Jupiter was amazing. I couldn't believe the difference between when you did the homework, we had to go back and look at our story. And mine was, nobody loves me, nobody wants me, I'm unworthy. And then my good fortune unfolds when I create mastery in my frequency.
Okay, got you. Say it again.
Good fortune unfolds when I create mastery in my frequency.
Yes.
So it's like polar opposites.
Oh, she just.
No.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that was your Jupiter at 29 then?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm always bouncing my legs. I'm sorry, everybody, if it's driving people crazy. I have a high nervous system. Like I am a what's the word? A hummingbird. So people are going, he's bouncing. Yes, I do bounce. I'm always
tap
bouncing.
your left foot and your right foot. It regulates your nervous system.
Oh, I am tapping my left foot and my right foot. Everyone's talking about it.
Let them talk.
My girlfriends are always been crazy. Like, will you stop moving? Like in bed. Like I can't help it. My feet move. I have happy feet. But anyways, so congratulations. Your Jupiter's at 29, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So when you master your life, your fortune opens when you go for it.
Yes.
Yeah. And push the envelope. So you asked, is anything bad going to happen? I don't know. Will something bad happen? You're the creator of your life. You tell me.
Well,
you don't
because
think so or you don't feel so?
My Liliths are all about creating and mastering boundaries with myself, and then triggers when I feel vulnerable. about my beliefs. So as growing up, I never had boundaries. I didn't know what boundaries were till a year ago. And it was explained to me really well as people used to, the first time boundaries were created was when more than one person were together and somebody wanted to protect the other one from the lions and the attacking. So they created a boundary of where they didn't want the lions to come in. And so that was the first, boundaries. And so as soon as I understood boundaries, I did this rage therapy where you kick everyone out of your village. So I was growing up, I lived in my parents' village, and then I got married and lived in my husband's village. I'm a great person to have in your village. I bring cookies, I bring love, but I never had my own. So when I started my own village, I did this therapy where you yell and you say, get out, and you just scream. And then a couple days later, I was like, okay, who gets to come back in? And I had the epiphany that it's not who's coming back in, it's which versions of myself get to stay in. And so once I realized that the teenage child was running the show, because she was teenager, so she was old enough to be thought of, maybe she could be adultish, and she was smart because she's a 22-degree Gemini, so she could figure out what to say. But as soon as I realized, no, you go be a kid, the adult needs to step up. It was the first time I ever realized that stuff. So ever since then, I've just been doing so good, taking, responsibility for my choices and accepting, I have a child that has made some decisions that it just bother me, but I let him be, because you know what? If he wouldn't have done that, I might not be here right now talking to you. So it's almost like a blessing that he made that bad choice that gives me fear and anxiety and worry. Well, now I process them all with fashion maneuvers and I let him be him. And now I'm even thankful because I wouldn't have worked on those issues had he not came into my life and done that for me. And maybe that's why he's here. So,
he's probably doing something that you did in a past life.
Yeah. Yeah. Gary said he represents I have two kids that are the same. It's funny. I have two sets of kids, 2 girls, 2 boys. The girls are step. They have matching step numbers and my boys have matching step numbers.
Wow. That's interesting.
Yes. And one represents, since I'm Gemini, and my 2 sides, I've got one for each. So I got one that is just doing everything right. He went to Iceland by himself for Christmas. He just takes on he's great. And then the other one's falling apart. And so I can't go back to being the old me. I was depressed, broken. I wasn't happy about anything. I didn't care about life. And now this new me, and then that's what I turned that kid into, a sad, broken person. And so I had a lot of guilt, a lot of fear. Now I realized that he was there to show me what I was doing. And now I can change and show him what it's like to be on the other side of that sadness and depression. And I wouldn't be able to understand all of this if I wasn't here with you and Gary. So I owe you guys everything.
No, we love you. It's our pleasure. Well, obviously you're going to go off and share it too. So being a Gemini, you're going to tell everybody what you learned. I think that's great. And your son will be okay. He just has to go through his stuff. Everyone has to go through their stuff. We can't take it personally. The truth is everything ends up okay. It's always a happy ending. We always end up in heaven. That's not a lie. That's, we can go into the depths of that someday. So if someone has a bad run, they'll be okay. It's okay.
That's the hardest part, is to accept that a lot of the people that we love aren't going to raise up their vibration.
Maybe
they're
not.
Going to stay.
Yeah. Well, some people, some people play sourpuss when the whole world is having a party. Some people do that. There's been lifetimes where you were that way. We couldn't cheer you up.
True.
And you decided to stay that way your whole life. And it's in this life that you're finally realizing it. So I'm having a lot more fun with you this time, Happy Camper.
Me too. Yes. You and Gary are my brothers. I know you guys are. You're the older one and Gary's the younger one.
Oh,
you're the protector and he's the instigator. So, and I'm in the middle.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
Yay. Well, then come hang out. Are you coming to Austin?
I am.
That week in Texas? Okay, great. Well, then I'll give you a big hug on that day. It'll be great. Yay. Looking forward to it. Thanks for coming back, Happy Camper.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, look at that. We'll do one more for everybody here today. One more. Yay. Hey,
Bye.
we're sharing the love today.
Now I have
Okay,
to
I'm
figure
just gonna
out how to
randomly.
hang up.
It's just the X in the upper right corner. Here we go. We'll try this person. X
Hmm.
in the upper right hand corner, I think is
I
what it
don't
is, and
know.
it takes a minute. Do not see. Hi,
Okay, bye.
hi.
Didn't
What's your name?
expect that.
Oh, good. That's perfect. I'm glad you didn't expect it. What's your name?
Oliveira.
Oliveira. I love it. It's a beautiful name. What's your sun sign?
Oh God, I just send you that? I just copy it and then
I
because I forgot.
think so. I'm not sure. Well, you know your sun sign. When's your birthday?
Oh, okay. 29th in April.
Okay. So you are probably like a 9-degree Taurus,
Yes, I
something
am.
around
Oh
there.
yeah. Hmm.
I'm a
Yeah.
9 too. Yeah. So what's going on in your world?
Basically, a lot of confusion. My whole life, don't know where to go and what to start everything and yeah. um, find myself interested in everything, and so I had different directions. I'm a naturopath and therapist, and um, I love my work, but there are so many different mm, things I enjoy and wanted to try out, and it's just like spreading all my energy and then don't know where to head. So.
Okay. Well, I think what I tend to coach is you have to let the heart make that decision.
Mm,
So, it's like get out, like it's like going to the toy store. You have all these different toys that excite you. You can have all the toys, Oliveira, but you could only play with one at a time.
mm,
You can have them
yes.
all, but you only play with one at a time.
Mhm,
So all you have to do is choose the one you want to play with first. And if you
mm,
don't like it, you can put it down and pick up another toy.
mm,
But if you try to do all of them at once, you're gonna dilute your energy and you're gonna move very slowly, and it's not gonna be very exciting. And you're in that
mm,
9, you like excitement.
mm, mhm.
You need thrills. hmm
Yes.
But having too many options is a good thing. I know a lot of people who don't know at all what they want to do. So I'd rather have your problem than not knowing what I want. You want all kinds of things. That's great.
But the problem is with like affording my life or making money with that, because I'm always like changing, and for I don't know. I started with, I don't know, 14 years ago, with naturopathic and osteopathy and everything, and I always like, I'm interested in that because I was treating myself, so, or healing myself, and then I went to psychotherapy and then to Reiki and energy healing, and it's like a path for myself, like healing myself with every step, and yeah.
Uh, okay, that sounds good. Okay, so for money, you're a Taurus. Money won't be a problem ever. Money will
Mm,
never be a problem. You have
mm,
to have a little faith. Get money out of the equation. Don't worry
mm,
about the money. First, you have to first choose what your heart wants, and then figure out a way to make money from what your heart wants. But
mm,
you have to choose what your heart wants. You can't let money be in the choice. You can get rich doing anything. Yeah. So you don't have to choose what makes a lot of money and what doesn't make a lot of money. Don't think in those terms.
mhm.
Think in only what
Yeah,
your heart wants, and then come back and I'll help you make money at it.
yeah. It's and the thing is, I know all of that, and it's like,
Okay.
seems like I always forget when it comes to myself. I always forget. So like giving others the advice, I'm right there and I feel them and I know, but when it comes to myself, I'll like just like, oh yes, I forgot it again and again and again.
Mm. Okay, so that means that you haven't healed the core trauma, whatever the
Ah,
core
okay.
trauma is. It's not healed. So if it keeps coming up and keeps getting in the way, it's because
Mm,
there are feelings that have to be cleared that keep
okay.
interrupting what you know. If you know better and you keep getting sidetracked, that's the trauma coming up.
Mm.
And it sounds like the trauma might have to do with, I'd have to look at your astrology chart. So next time you come on, have your chart ready for me. Because
Oh,
we're kind of,
Yeah. What I have, I signed in the Serious Joy,
Okay.
and
Tell
so
me.
I have a B story and the E story. So is
Yep.
it right?
What's
Yeah,
your
so the
B
B story
story?
is S60 Sagittarius rising,
16 Sagittarius. Okay.
and the E story is 9 Pisces moon.
Okay. 9 Pisces moon. Okay. So yeah, right now what you're doing is you are actually purging emotional baggage that you've had since childhood right now, is
Mm.
what it is. And you might have been working on yourself this whole time, but you probably didn't actually get release the actual trauma or the actual feelings. So what has to happen is let the feelings come up, honor them, thank them, and invite them to leave.
Mhm.
Okay. And this is the month where you're going to let go of your emotional feelings. So that's what I was picking up on, that you are clouded because you have feelings that are going in different directions.
Mm.
And so what you have to do is isolate the feelings, like, okay, this feeling of worrying about not making money, I'm going to let that go. It's okay. I'm going to make enough money. It's not going to be a problem. I'm going to let that go. This feeling of doing the wrong thing, that's okay that I feel this way. I'm going to let that go. I'm not going to worry about that either. So each of the feelings need to be dismissed. And
Wow, this is going to be a lot.
okay, well, good, because it's going to turn into illness in your body if you don't get rid of it anyway. So
Mm.
it's important. You'll have all the tools and all the resources to do it now. By
Mm.
nature of Saturn in your fourth house, if you are a Sagittarius rising at 16 degrees, Saturn's heading for your fourth house. You're about to move from focusing on your head to focusing on your feelings. You've been focusing on your head for the last 2.5 years. How you think, what you think about this. So a lot of analysis has been what it's been with Saturn in your third house, 16-degree Pisces. Yeah. So Saturn's about to move into your fourth, which means you're about to reground and give yourself a new childhood. You're going to have a second childhood starting here this summer.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I really feel like with Human Garage, I started the program and then I quit, and I started and quit and started and quit, and now really feels like I have to release that everything from my body, because I can feel it, that everything I know, it's like, okay, I forgot. It's like something coming out of like subconsciousness, and always like making me forget. So
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, I think it's really time to move that out of my body.
Yes.
And I don't know how why I'm feeling that now so much, and it's always in my head, like, okay, you know that you have to do that, and you know that you have like do the fascia maneuvers and everything, and it then begin, and then it's like, okay, not forgetting, and yeah.
That's that is what's the word? Deliberate amnesia. That's a game you're playing with yourself.
Mm, yeah.
That's like I said, did you do your homework? And my child's like, I forgot. Like, you didn't forget. You didn't want to do your homework, and so we're pretending like you forgot. That's what we call
Mm,
selective amnesia.
mhm.
So I think all you have to do, and we're gonna have to wrap up here because we're at time. I want to make room for the next Human Garage Live, but all you have to do is just I would follow through. If you follow through with the maneuvers in Pisces here, you're gonna wring out a lot of your karmic stuff, and as soon as you know how you feel about stuff, I think you'll be less confused and have less amnesia.
Okay.
Give it
Yeah.
a try. You deserve it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And I just wanted to say, I love to see you and Gary, and you are so funny. You have my humor. I like that. I love it.
Oh, good. Well, then we're gonna laugh someday. That'd be great.
Yes.
Where are you fly from in the world? Must be
Uh,
dark where you are.
in Hamburg, Germany.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming in. It was so nice to meet you. One day I'll give
Thank
you a
you.
hug. Okay.
Yes.
Ciao for
Nice. Thank
now.
you.
So, all right, folks. I'm gonna have to. That was so nice to get in front of three people today. I'll be back on Thursday. Do remember that you can always go to humangarage.net, hit their partner program, hit partners, and then hit products and then hit Serious Joy. I'd love to work with you on a daily basis. It's just $3.99 for the first month. If you don't like it, then cancel. I won't charge your credit card. If I accidentally charge it, I'll give you a refund. It's not a big deal. But until then, be good to yourself. Let your karma go. It's okay are the magic words, and I'll see you on Thursday with more. I love you, everyone. Bye for now.